Prue with Real Estate One.
And I'm Hannah Olachowski with Real Estate One.
And you guys are for sure
100%. I'm like
100%.
not on my A game.
In fact, it's okay. Everybody has bad days. And you know what? We're actually going to talk about that. Not that I think you've been having a bad day, but we've both been handling Monday like a Monday. So I think that's okay to do. But as I was saying, you guys are for sure, in fact, 155,000 million quadrillion infinity % watching the Williams Today Show. I had to discontinue my contracts with CNN and I gotta act important. I feel important. Anyway, guys, you guys already know the rules. It's positive impact, one day at a time, and we are crickety
Coconut cracking
the code. Crickety coconut cracking the code. We don't know the code, but we're gonna crack it. That's right. One day we'll crack it. I mean, it's gonna be 30, 40 years from now, but we're gonna crack it. Okay. Anyway, guys, this video, I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible, but we've been talking a lot about the market, the housing market, because that's the business we're in. And so we're trying to take a little bit of a step back on this episode. We're gonna talk a little bit about motivation. You know, that was the main reason I started the show, so we're gonna start trying to focus on that more. A couple videos ago, I mentioned trying to get people on, and I believe in the next couple weeks, we have at least 2 people joining us. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm excited about that. Anyway, first topic of the day is commission splits. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because, you know, every week we run into questions from buyers and sellers, and so I'd like to address those. So commission splits, because a lot of people don't know, when it comes to commission that me and Hannah would make, or any other realtor, I don't know why I just addressed us here, but the commissions usually, almost 100% of the time, I should say 99.5% of the time, is paid by the seller of the property, and that is because they are selling their property, and in most situations, a buyer cannot afford to pay the commission. They already have a very large down payment, closing costs, and that's just been the name of the game in real estate since the beginning. So usually it is the seller, 9 times out of 10, that would pay both sides of the commission. Okay, so we cleared that up, and I just wanted to throw that out there for those of you that might not have known that. And the main topic of this video was talking about communicating. Communication is very, very, very important to master. And I'm not just talking about communication like say hello, goodbye. I'm talking about actually waking up every day and making it a point to work on your communication from a relationship standpoint with your family, your friends, but you know, at work, in your business, it's very important to just really, I mean, it takes time. It's like when you think you watch people that are just happy all the time and you assume that they're happy. I mean, some people are lucky and are just happy all the time, but most people that are happy, they genuinely work. Sometimes it's a front, but they have to work at it. Really have to work at it. So just like anything else, guys, you know, you see these big executives, these CEOs, and these are people that have worked and worked and worked really hard. And what a lot of people don't realize is communication, the way you communicate, has a lot of power. A lot of power. I just made that post about the flower. There's this young lady, I don't know if it was a young lady, I don't want to say this wrong, but there's a science experiment that they were doing with, they have three flowers in the window, sun's hitting it, and there's 3 phones, all at the same volume in each of the buckets with a different flower, all the same flower, but they're individually put in different buckets. And one phone is playing negative music. The middle one is playing, I think, in between music, or not music, or it's, what was it?
Actually, I don't think that one had anything at all. It was just naturally growing.
Oh yeah, the one in the middle was just naturally growing. So there was the one that was playing positive, it was either her saying positive things to the flower, or it was positive, uplifting music. And then on the far left, it was, you know, and they're all getting the same sun, right? They're sitting in the same windowsill, not too far away from each other. And the one on the far left was playing, it was either negative music, or it was the young lady that was
just saying negative things.
Just saying negative things.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that the science experiment hasn't been done before, but literally right before your eye, you're literally looking at the flower that's been can be communicated to well, positively, is like, it's grown this much. The one that's average is growing about this much, and the one that's receiving negative communication, right, it's not even sprouted yet. So to put that into perspective for you guys, communication is key, and it's not something that people just have. It's something that you have to work at. Different situations in life lead people down the road of better communication, but if you really want to dominate the marketplace as a whole, in life's marketplace, you have to develop a good communication strategy in all categories of your life. Okay? So, communication is key. Hold on to that. Hannah, I'm so sorry I didn't let you jump. No, I feel just so passionate about that, guys. Communication, I remember when, it was really hard for me to communicate. I had a lot of social anxiety, and I know a lot of people that are really, really outgoing, and I've seen them in situations where you can tell when people have so everybody has a sense of social anxiety somewhere in there. Situations they don't like, and a lot of people think that, that person just never has a problem, and I'm telling you right now, everybody battles, those social situations where they're not 100% comfortable, and it's hard, but you have to work at it just like anything else. Right? Okay. And one more thing I wanted to mention. It's another thing I dealt with in this week with a friend of mine. Defeat, people. Defeat is the best beginning, and hear me out, okay? Defeat is the best beginning because you're sitting at rock bottom, and you could look at it one of two ways. Of course, it's not the best situation. Rock bottom is not good, right? It's not good, but you have nowhere else to go but up. You're at rock bottom. So look at it from that perspective, right? Failure, it gives birth to opportunity. Failure gives birth to opportunity. Remember that. And I'm not going to go too deep into that, but please just remember that defeat is defeat, and it happens to everybody. But you have nowhere to go but up. Just be patient and be persistent. Again. And Hannah has something she wants to say. Not that I haven't let her speak one time. Like I said, guys, really passionate about those couple different things, and yeah.
I don't know. I guess a couple things I could throw in there would be the best ways to communicate that I've learned personally and have read about is the timing of talking about what it is that you want to get off your chest. Is it a good time? Are you in a good headspace? Is the person that you want to talk to in a good headspace? Are your emotions everywhere? Is it altogether a good time to talk about it?
Right.
Your tone is another thing.
Huge.
Are you being too much? Are you not saying enough? Is this actually going to help you with the way that you're handling it and your body language too, not just your tone of voice. That's another
Yeah.
thing too.
You remember what did the book said? Jordan Belfort, right? I talked about that was my second episode we were in. It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it.
Right.
How you express yourself, your tonality, like you said. And you can never change how everybody else is. But what you can know is if you stand true to yourself and you feel good about how you're acting, if you're being a good person, right? And you have something you want to say, just some people aren't going to be level-headed with you. And not a lot of people even know, specific things about communication, but psychologically, there's a lot of things that we pay attention to, like tonality and body language, when things are being said. So communication goes beyond just your verbal.
Right.
Thank you for clarifying that.
And like you said, it goes beyond verbal. You gotta listen too if you want to communicate with somebody and resolve an issue. You have to listen. That's one of the biggest things.
Yep. No, that's huge because I'm definitely guilty of that because
I think everybody is.
I know
I am too.
When I first got involved in this business, and I can admit this freely because I know I've been working at it, getting better. But I had really good questions, I think, but I wouldn't pay attention enough to the person's wants, right?
Same with me. I do that a lot.
I wanted to give them all this information that I wasn't paying attention to what they were, what they felt, and if you pay attention, if you slow down just a little bit, you can learn a lot about people by the way they're sitting, by the way they're looking at you. You can without them even having to say anything. So just slow down a little bit. Right. And I could go all day on this. I really could. It's an art. You can literally look up how can I communicate better, and this is something I've been studying.
Yeah, there's classes on it. It's a whole big thing. It's very, very important. Communication. Communication is
very deep.
Key.
It is key. Pretty key. One day. But yeah, that was great because I almost forgot to. But yeah, awesome guys. So That's all I got for this episode. I feel like I kept it pretty short, but it's probably been about 10 minutes, right? I don't know.
Probably.
Anyway, guys, as always, never gonna leave this out. It costs $0
And 0 cents.
to be a decent human being in this world.
Yes.
FREE. That spells free. Beagoodperson.com, baby. We will see you guys on the next
Episode.
episode.